What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Kimi Coco, here at Live Hip Hop Daily, and we have two special guests here today. They are actors from a new movie called Intrusive.
Yes, ma'am.
And I've seen some of the clips, and it looks really, really good. I mean, it's just something that I think that everyone's going to enjoy. So let's get into it. Deuce King.
Let's do it.
Nadia Adelaide. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm doing well, man. Appreciate you having us.
Yes, Deuce King has been here before, so you already know. Go check out an older episode that we have of him, and he talked about how he got into the business and what he's been doing and what he's working on. And one of the things that he said he was going to be working on was a thriller. And so here we are talking about the thriller right now. So tell us about the movie, the direction, the production, the idea behind it. Just start from the beginning so we can get...
Well, Intrusive came about, we was wrapping up another project, and we were so used to doing urban crime dramas, and we just wanted to go in a different direction. So Mr. Reed called me one day and was like, yo, let's do a thriller, let's do a horror. And I really wasn't, kind of fixed on the horror idea, but I said we could definitely do a psychological thriller. So we sat on the phone for a couple hours each day, and we came up with the concept together, and then I just took it from there, I wrote it. And man, the rest is history.
So how long did it take you to write it?
Actually, this was the quickest script that I wrote. I probably wrote this script in like 90 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
And Nadia, you are beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
How did you get involved in the movie?
Deuce done found me out the woodworks, plucked me out the crowd. He saw a film that I was in, a short film screening in Atlanta, and remembered me, and a year later hit me up, was like, I have a film that I want you to audition for, and sent me all the sides, the information, character breakdown, and I was like, this is dope. I'm gonna really audition. Yeah. I didn't remember him. He remembered me. I was like, who's this man? But he remembered me. He was like, I had you in mind for this project, and I loved what I read so far. So I was like, let me audition. So
A year later.
And that was, that was kind of thought out because she wouldn't even have to audition. I knew I wanted her for this role.
Really?
Right? And I didn't want to follow up with an inbox and act like, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to keep it strictly professional.
Right.
And so again, I reached out once we was ready to rock and roll, and I reached out to her like, yo, let's do it. And she was very, very receptive.
So what was the audition process like?
Super smooth. It was like, just like you said, like he just laid it out on a silver platter. He was like, all right, here's the characters. You could actually choose whichever character you want. I just want you a part of it. So I'm just like, okay, this has never happened before. So I got to pick and choose. I was like, all right, this character seems a little interesting, and I could bring some variation and dynamic to it. So I gave it a shot. And he actually wanted me for that character, but he was like, you know what?
Yeah,
you could
he said.
pick whichever one. But I was like, you know what? I resonate with this one. So I auditioned, sent in a tape. I think maybe like next day, 2 days later, he just texted me like, congratulations.
Yeah.
I was like,
because he already
does
knew.
that mean, yeah, like it was no conversation, no nothing. I sent him the thing. He was like, congrats.
So I feel like, okay, we need to know more about who you are. So bring us back to when you decided that you wanted to act. What was that like, and how did you get started?
Man, I feel like I always wanted to be an actor, really in entertainment, just from being little. I used to put on these little plays and performances with my little cousin, just like being a kid with expressive imagination. So from then, just knowing I needed to have a creative outlet, and then acting kind of found me after I just, I graduated college. There was no more schooling, so I was like, you know what? Let me just go into this dream that I always wanted to do. And then 2020, so pandemic happened, and the world was shut down. So I'm like, now I really have all the time in the world to just give it my all. There's no excuses. There's no work. There's nothing distracting me. So from 2020, I've just given it my everything. And, 4 years later, here I am working with amazing people like Deuce and AK Reed, and just continuing my dream, what my passion, what fills my heart.
So during the pandemic, everything shut down. You're giving it your all. What does that all entail? Were you doing like acting classes?
All of that. Acting classes, thesis films for filmmakers in college, commercials. So my first ever booking ever was a Burger King commercial. A lot of people might know me from that.
What?
It was national. It
How
was
long
on
ago
every.
was this?
This was 2020. So it was a COVID commercial. So like, you know, that contactless payment where they didn't want to touch nobody. They wanted to make sure everything was safe, you know, no germs, no COVID bacteria. That was my first ever job, working for Burger King. And now I was known as like the Burger King girl for a while. So that was lit.
Have you seen the commercial?
I haven't, but I will tell you what happened to me, which I thought was dope. This was about a year ago. I was on vacation, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was on vacation in Jamaica. And as I'm getting on the elevator I'm in Jamaica now, right? After we done filmed the project, everything. So I'm getting on the elevator, and it's like an elevator prompt, and it's her. On
Your
the elevator
voice?
prompt. No, it's
everything, my face,
her.
yeah.
She's actually giving the
Like
instructions on how to get on the elevator, where, on what floor.
So you're just doing it all.
You know, so that was for Carnival Cruise Line, right? Yeah, Carnival Cruise, Burger King, Walmart. Like, so I grew up in South Florida, Miami area.
Okay.
And that area, if you're familiar with like the acting business, is just straight commercials, you know, because it's somewhere all year round.
Right.
So it's commercial city down there. So I was blessed enough to book a lot of different commercials, which Deuce was on a trip and didn't even mean to see me, but he ended up seeing me. Like, I'm sure you were very like surprised
I was
that
only
moment.
surprised. It was another sign for me, like I was on the right path.
Yeah, you did
Wow.
say that.
Picked the right,
You did say that.
right person.
Yeah. Okay. So everything's starting. So how long did it take you said it took a short time to write the film.
Yes.
How long did it take to actually film it?
It took us 14 days to actually film it.
What?
And then the editing process probably was about 8 months.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's
okay.
the longest process. Is about editing.
So that was quick. Long days, long nights.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like Deuce lost a lot of sleep. Him and Reed,
Yeah,
they lost a lot of sleep.
Definitely. But it was a good process. You know what I mean? You know, it was fun. I wasn't really stressed out. This was the first group that I worked with that really didn't stress me out. They really didn't have a whole bunch of expectations on me.
So tell us about your character in the movie.
Oh, so my character, I play the role of Princess in Intrusive, and I feel like she's a very layered character. Like, you know, you think you know her, but then you dive deep into just like past traumas and hardship that she kind of deals with and holds on to, and she kind of lets it out and copes with it in not typical ways. But I feel like she's just misunderstood, as we all are,
Right.
in many cases. But she's very strong-minded. She sees what she wants and she goes to get it, which I can resonate with a lot. And yeah, I think she's just a misunderstood person at the end of the day.
So when you were playing this role, I know a lot of times when you hear people play dark characters, they talk about how when they switch into their normal lives, how it's like this dark energy that just follows them. Did you experience that at all?
Oh man. So sort of. And I know exactly what you're talking about. So for me, it wasn't as hard to snap out because during the time of filming, I had so many other projects going on also. So I had to like force myself to snap out because I was still doing commercials, like JetBlue commercials, like, oh, okay, come fly, like, you know.
Yeah.
So I couldn't hold on to that darkness. But I know it does get hard, and you know, I kind of just made the decision to not let it overwhelm me. But yeah, it didn't get to that point.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Deuce. There was a scene that I've seen on social media, I think, and you guys are doing a great job promoting this film. And it brought us back to a scene in Belly.
Okay.
And that really, like, I think people are going to really, really appreciate that. So what made you put that in there?
You know, that's the creative mind of Mr. Reed.
Okay.
He just kind of wanted to give it that feel, being a fan of, you know, Belly and Hype Williams. He just kind of wanted to just reenact that scene, but it's not a reenactment of that scene.
Right. No, it's just the song.
Wanted to give
yeah.
you that feel.
Yeah, I definitely caught that. So tell us about him, Mr. Reed.
Oh, Reed is
Shout out to Reed.
Yeah, shout out to Reed.
What's his name? His
name is Amir Reed.
Okay,
Amir K.
Amir Reed.
Reed.
Okay.
So we just call him AK Reed or Reed. But you know, he's the man behind the machine. He's a genius. He's you know, I can't even have enough words to explain or to express his importance.
So what was his role? Did he directs it?
Director, acts in it.
He's the director. He does some acting. He's the editor.
Yeah.
Anything technical, he's the brainchild behind it.
And we're seeing a different side of you in this film as well, playing the I guess the main male character.
Yes.
How was that for you?
You know, acting isn't my thing, but I do enjoy doing it. But it was fun. It was fun, especially she made it easy for me. You know, playing across from her, so it was enjoyable.
So she kind of brought out some of the.
You know, you
acting
had to.
skills,
'Cause, you know,
yeah.
she brought her A game. You know what I mean? So I would see her go into character. Like one minute we might be on set just laughing and joking, and then she would actually embody the character, like change into Princess. Where, man, you had to come with your A game with her.
Yeah, no, but Deuce is being so humble right now. Deuce did his thing. Like there were times where I saw him off to the side, you know, getting that mental prep in,
Right.
you know, doing push-ups, doing whatever he needed to do to loosen up and, you know, forget Deuce and embody Darius. So like he's being way too humble right now. He did his thing for sure.
So that's your process of getting ready for the role. You just mentally get out there, push-ups.
You know, really, it really don't have a process. What it is I wear so many hats, where I'm the producer one moment, and then the next moment I'm the actor or the second AD or whatever the case may be. I'm even the
Right.
I take out the garbage too. I play all the roles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know, just having to wear so many hats and just make sure everybody's comfortable, everybody's secure. So I can't really say I have a process, but that did help me loosen up a little.
And Nadia, you're switching in from role to role, doing all these things. So what do you have a process?
Yeah, I take notes. When I first get a script, I take notes on the character and who I think she is. I reach out to my acting coach and we talk it over and we get like some idea of who the character is more. He shows me things that I may have not seen before of who the character could be or why she is the way she is. So I really just kind of rely on like prior notes that I take, and then in the moment, just music. I go to different music and different songs that bring me to different energies. So that's how.
So what's Princess's song? What's her favorite song?
Oh man. I could tell you one song that definitely helped me. So there was a part of the scene a part of the movie I had to get a little violent, you know. So I had to bring out
little. I'm seeing some of these.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Yeah.
I had to bring out a side of me like
Yeah.
that brought out rage and anger. So I was listening to Scarlett. Is that her name? She a New York artist. I was listening to Scarlett a lot, so that
Shout
got
out
me.
to Scarlett.
Shout out to
Okay.
her. She got that New York grit, so I feel like
Yeah.
Princess needed that in that moment for what she was about to do.
Yeah.
So that was like on repeat in my earpods.
Okay. Okay. If Darius had a song, what would Darius's favorite song be?
Oh man, I don't know, man. You know,
I'm thinking of I don't know, Confessions or something.
Ooh, that's a good one.
that is a good one, man. That is a
Usher
good one.
Confessions.
Yeah,
I
any
was-
cheating song.
Cheating, or I was even thinking like, you know, the wedding songs, you know,
Right,
like, you know, because he's
right.
in a wedding bliss at some point,
Right,
you know,
yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
but no,
I
Confessions was
think
good.
the whole album of Confessions is a good one.
No, I
Okay.
think that
I
was
think
good.
that would be it. Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is good. This is good. So what was the atmosphere like? So you guys are working together. You're here for these weeks together. Did you guys have like a brother sister thing going on? How did that work out?
Yeah, I mean, well, how would you say?
I think, you know, again, as everybody is on my watch, I try to make it comfortable for everybody. So I try to give it a family type environment. We try to make it comfortable for everybody. I be very attentive and very catering to everyone. So not
that's
just Princess, but even the hairstylists or the catering people. You know what I mean? Everybody we just try to make comfortable, make sure that, you know, while they're on my watch, that everybody feels secure.
Yeah,
And you guys filmed it in Atlanta.
yeah.
So what's the vibe? Because I know that there are a lot of films that are filmed in Atlanta. So what's the vibe like filming in your city that you live in? Or were you raised in Atlanta? Oh no, you were from South Florida to here. But what was that vibe like? Because did you guys bring an element of the city into the film?
Yeah, I think we captured some elements of the city, and for me it was exciting because again, you know, just filming in Atlanta and being away from your hometown, it makes me feel like man, we really making movies. We really making films. So
Yeah.
even though this is my second film here, it just lets me know that I don't only want other people to take me seriously, but most importantly, I need to take myself seriously.
Yeah. So, are you going to have a filming in Buffalo?
Yeah, I definitely got to circle back on the hometown and do some things. I probably gear up for 2025 and go back home and do something.
So they're gonna have a movie premiere, and there are screenings that are gonna be in different cities, right? So just run down the cities that the screenings are gonna be in.
This year we go do, of course, Atlanta, Buffalo. Miss Nadia said we could do Miami, so I'm excited about that.
Bring it to my hometown.
Yeah.
And then probably North Carolina.
Oh, okay, that's good. So, what are your friends saying? Are they receiving it well? Are you going to have a big premiere party with your friends and family in Miami?
Yeah, they're excited. A lot of my family and friends are driving or flying up from Miami to come to the Atlanta premiere to see it first with everyone. But for the ones that won't be able to make it, my mom is we're gonna host something down at her hall. She has a banquet hall, so we're gonna do a screening down there. Just so everyone can watch it and see it and, feel like they're a part of the whole process with me. So.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Mm-hmm. So what are you looking forward to being, to acting in? Is it more thrillers, comedy, or are you open to anything?
Well, right now I feel like I'm super early on in my career, so my openness is wide. But I'm excited about just anything that challenges me, really. Like anything that is not of my normal life, my normal day-to-day, I'm like gung-ho, let me try it. That's why I was so stoked to try out the princess character, because though I see some of myself in her, I'm nothing like her in like her day-to-day, really, in that way. But yeah, just any kind of character that is just so opposite of who I am, I want to do.
So who are some of the actors that have inspired you to do this, and who do you look up to?
That's a good question. I absolutely love Viola Davis. She's my favorite.
She's so fierce.
She's my favorite. I really enjoy Johnny Depp also.
Really? Oh yeah.
Because he goes between characters so easily. Like you wouldn't even know it's him playing like
he snaps in
all these characters. Mad Hatter, Willy Wonka. Like his range is crazy.
Yeah.
So I aspire to be like that, like unrecognizable in roles eventually.
Yeah.
Like to just completely transform. And then like how you talked about earlier, when I have to like kind of let that go, those processes really intrigue me. I really want to dive deep into something that is not of me, but to see if I can play it out authentically and convincingly.
Yeah. That I can see that being really intriguing, to just like dive so deeply into a character that you have to like completely psych yourself out,
because there's no judgment, like in everyone's world, you live how you want to live, and people are going to judge regardless, so it's up to you to forget about it. But in this world, no one judges you, because you're not yourself. You get to be someone else and just kind of break the rules and live that way for a little bit. So that's fun for me.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching your career blossom. I mean, I think Deuce saw something in you so early that there has to be something really special going on.
Yeah.
So I think that, we're seeing you early in your career, and, I wish you all the best. I just think that you're going to do a really, really, really good job, and I can't wait to see it. Deuce.
Yes.
So now you're in front of the camera more. Mm-hmm. What are you liking more? Are you enjoying that, or are you liking more behind the scenes?
Excuse me. I've been in front of the camera before.
Yeah.
Just sometimes I might be in front of the camera, and then I'll take a break from the camera. Be in front of the camera, and then so I'll go back and forth. But I like being behind the camera more. I like watching something that I've written and bringing all the pieces together. I get a kick out of that. You know what I mean? Just being strategic and being like a mastermind.
Yeah.
Just like a scientist, and just bringing all the pieces together.
Yeah.
And then watching other people's, even after they leave me, watching them go do great things. Like the people who started with me in the beginning, now they're making movies, behind the screen and in front of the screen, doing bigger roles. A guy who I hired in my last project, he was just actually on set, just seeing the process. I gave him his first opportunity as just being an extra as a police officer. he got the acting bug, and now I'm seeing him in Power and other,
Really?
you know what I mean? So it's phenomenal just to watch that process. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I think it's good to see new blood out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like something is happening where the changing of the guard, so to speak, with actors now, because it's like we've seen the same people in so many movies that the new people were like, yes. Wow. Okay, so I think one of these days you guys are going to be on some huge screen, and I just can't wait to say, you know what, I knew them back when blah blah blah. So what about the other actors in the movie? Tell us about some of the other people that are involved. I know you guys have a difficult relationship on the film, but there's another guy in the movie.
Right.
So what was it like working with him?
So that was A.K. Reed. He plays Deuce's brother. Tone. He plays Tone. He plays Tone in the movie, and Reed is just a genius. Like Deuce said, he's got his hands in so many different pots, but he never complains. He never misses a beat. He's just always on it. So even in acting in front of the camera now, he was just like, he was ready. There had to be like some gory like makeup and whatever stuff. So he was down for he was just down for everything, So he was good to play off of for me in that way, and he helped bring things out of me that I needed to use to play the characters, And Brittany Passions is also in it. She plays Darius's wife, and she's phenomenal.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. Brittany Passions, shout out to Brittany Passions. She has a lot going on around the city. She's not only a phenomenal actress, but she's also doing casting calls and things like that. So, y'all looking for a role, reach out to her. Coach Wesley, he's another one. Miss Gloria Mays, she plays Brittany Passions' mother. So, we had a small cast, but everybody was impactful. So
Right.
Yeah. That's it.
Awesome.
Everyone played their role, whether it's from in front of the camera or behind the camera. Like everyone was just on point, on their marks. Like from the PAs to the sound department to the camera department. Like, when someone was maybe even like having a tough day or a long day or whatever, I think there was someone who like had a passing. Yeah. Everyone was like picking up slack for that person. So it was for 14 days we were a tight-knit family, and it felt like it.
Yeah.
So were you guys doing your own fighting scenes? What were those? Were you guys doing those?
Yeah.
How was
Give
that?
me my stunt credit. I'm gonna make sure that's in the credits. Please do.
Yeah, definitely.
Please do. Yeah. It was choreographed, obviously, and practiced beforehand. But in the moment, I just want things to look as real and authentic as possible. Like I can't stand I don't know if you could curse, half
Yeah, you can say it.
Half effort things. So for me, I'm telling, anybody who we're having physical altercations with, really go in, really do it. I want to feel the fear. I want to feel the strength. I want, really do it. And then I have talks with the camera department. I'm like, look, make sure the lighting, the exposure, the aperture, everything is right, because I can only get punched up maybe 2, 3, 4 times.
So these are real
before
punches.
I need a break.
Right.
I mean,
as real
as it could be,
without really hurting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Without messing up makeup and hair, really, and stuff like that. So we could just kind of reset easily and get back to it again if need be. But yeah, I don't want them to go if you choking me, don't just really
right.
So that's just my process.
I think she's talking about me. I was a little timid with her at first until she was like, "Come on, man."
You and Brittany, really, everyone.
Yeah. But it was dope.
Yeah.
So what was that like for you, having to
what was that
yoke
like?
these people up?
What was
Again, I don't want to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that everybody's comfortable. We don't want to just be manhandling. She's uncomfortable, but she was comfortable with it, and we just had fun with it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Because it looks real to me. I mean, I was just but I've always wanted to know, behind the scenes, what is that energy like? Because when you're a kid and you're play fighting and all of a sudden it just gets serious and you're just
right.
that would work well, I would assume, for the camera. But I don't know how that's gonna work for the next scene. You know what I mean? Like if you're hopping in and out of that, like.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why you guys are the professionals.
It's camera magic as well too. So you know the camera crew go, and that's where Reed come in with the editing. So you know them angles. We gonna get them angles to make it look like, you know, she got smacked around, but she really wasn't getting smacked around.
So
it just looked like that.
that's good. That's good to know.
I got smacked around a little bit. Just enough. Yeah, we hit my threshold. Like we didn't pass it at all.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay.
But no, it was some real smacking. We're good though.
Recently, we've heard a lot about actors uniting and talking about AI. What do you guys feel about that? Are you worried about that in the future, or?
I think, yeah, the future is very scary for me right now when it comes to AI because it's so powerful and it's getting smarter and smarter every day. And it's like, you know, who knows what can come of it. All we can just really hope for is just protection within contracts and making sure that you are having the right conversations with the right people and protecting your likeness as much as possible. Because you never know, man. They can do anything with you, with just a photo of you. They could turn it into whatever they want.
And it's so
your
dangerous.
voice, they can turn it into whatever they want. And people are losing jobs because of it. So it's scary, but I choose to try to hope for the best. But
Yeah, and we're seeing that more and more. And, you know, I'm with you guys on that, but I think it just hadn't been addressed until we saw it come to the forefront a little while ago during the acting strike. So did the acting strike, did you guys get afraid during that time? You guys were filming during that time, right? Or
yeah.
So work still went on with the grassroots. So you guys might need to check out some of these grassroots directors and producers out here because... You see, they survived all that, and if anything ever happened, guess what? That's what we're going to be looking at. Same thing with music. I say, you know, we got some fans of Conflicted, and everyone is asking when is Conflicted 2? Is there going to be a Conflicted 2? And is West Side Gun going to be in it?
You know, if we were to do a Conflicted 2, West Side Gun would definitely be in it, and we just, you know. As of right now, I would say yes, there will be a Conflicted 2, but it's just, you know, they overseas, they touring, so our time's not meshing right now. So when they ready, then I'm off doing a project or starting a business. So we just haven't been able to get on the same page. But you know, I hung out with Benny, hung out with him for the Super Bowl, and we talked about doing, you know, Conflicted 2. He's game for it. He's like, yo, let's do it. It just got to make sense right now. You know, his album just came out. He's pushing that. So, you know, we support what they got going on, and we just, you know, hopefully the timing is right.
Y'all hear that? It's going to happen. You just got to be patient. Conflicted 2 is coming. The guys are going to be in it. Buffalo will be in the building. You heard it straight from Deuce.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us when is the movie coming out? Where can we see it? Who do we need to follow to keep up with all that's going on?
You can follow any one of us, but the movie, first of all, we're going to do a premiere June 1st at the Look Dine-In Cinema in Brookhaven. June 1st. Doors open at 5 o'clock. That's the red carpet. Show starts at 6. Then we'll do a couple more cities. Like we said, we're going to go to Miami. We'll go to Buffalo. And then this fall, we'll be dropping the movie on Amazon Prime, Tubi, possibly Peacock, and possibly, you know, we got some other conversations with some other networks, but it's
So you hit some of the good ones.
Yeah.
You hit some of the good ones. Okay. And are you looking forward to this night? What are you going to wear?
Oh, my God.
Are you already looking? It's soon. You got 2 weeks.
I'm looking. I've been looking. I bought like 18 dresses, and none of them are it.
Really?
Yeah, no, really. And I got to return all of them. I'm just like, yeah, no. It's serious.
Okay, can I ask you a personal question?
Sure, of course.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to wear the dress so the
Oh,
boys can be on the body.
Kim, you telling me what I know.
Okay.
So it'll get figured out. I know it'll get figured out, but you know.
You need a train. Like, Princess has to show up, honey.
Drama.
You need to show up as Princess.
Oh,
The
man.
people want to see Princess. The dress needs to be a princess dress. That's just coming from Auntie, okay? We need to see Princess at the premiere.
No, you're right.
We need to see a scandalous, dark makeup.
You're right.
We need, okay.
All of that.
She
I
knows.
know. I
I
got to
like
get
it.
to work.
Right? Am I
I
right?
like it. I
Am I
like
right?
it.
I got some
Okay.
work to do. And I need to hire a
Do you have a
team.
style?
No,
What's
it's
going
just
on?
me. It's just me right now. So it's
Stylist,
just like,
get at her. We're gonna get your
please.
socials. What is tell them your socials.
Nadia_Adelaide on all platforms. So follow me, help me out. I need it.
You need to
please.
spell this for the people, please.
Oh, NADIA_ADELAY. Nadia.
Okay,
_
I need first. You guys need to see the little clips of the movie. Get an idea of who Princess is. Dress her, and we're gonna. I'm gonna be on the red carpet. Like, yes.
We got to make it happen.
So get at her. Where can we follow you?
Follow me at Ducey King Productions. That's DUECEKING Productions.
And you guys get your subscriptions paid up, and we don't need sharing passwords and all that, so that when the movie does come out in the fall, we'll be ready with our popcorn. We're gonna have a little party. We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna. You guys should do like a live social media thing. Can you do that? And have
During the
reactions, maybe during, maybe after, just for the people that saw it, so we can get some. Because
That'd
this
be
is, I mean, it's really, it's a movie for the culture. I think, like you said, that was what the intent was, and that's why you filmed it in that light. But I think that when you have a movie for the culture should sound out, and that's also good promotion. You know what I mean? Like, make it a cultish thing, because it's that kind of movie. Because I want somebody to reminisce with me about when they saw, heard soul to soul. You know what I mean? Like, I want that kind of thing. And,
Just
we need the people that hate Princess. We need Team Princess.
Yeah.
We need Team Your Wife.
Like
all that.
real time commentary. Like,
yes.
oh, did you see that? Like, oh, I
Let's
would never
do
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about that, you guys. We're gonna make sure you check out the movie. Make sure you follow everybody on social so you can keep up. And when we do plan, if that does happen, we're all gonna get together and we're gonna talk about the movie. Okay? It's your girl Kimmy Coco for Live Hip Hop Daily. Follow Live Hip Hop Daily on all platforms as well, and you can follow me. I am Chocolate GRL Wonder on Instagram, and we'll see you next time.